On Global Connection TV, we don't just expose the global problems, we look at ways to find solutions and hope to transform the quality of life for children and people around the world. Global Connection TV is dedicated to raising awareness of international affairs and the interdependent world in which we live. We bridge the gap to what's happening outside our own borders and the impact these international affairs have on our daily lives, not only today, but more so in the future. I'm Whitney Belger with Global Connections TV. I'm standing outside the United Nations where we've been listening and learning much about the Millennium Development Goals. There are 8 Millennium Development Goals ranging from cutting extreme poverty into half to halting the spread of HIV/AIDS to also improving primary education to children around the world.
I think we have a far bigger problem than just misunderstanding the United Nations. The UN Foundation this year conducted 4,000 forums around the country called the People Speak, Americans discussing their role in the world. And we were stunned to learn what little information people have about other countries.
If you could please summarize for us what you consider as this administration's top 3 accomplishments in the Latin American region. The goal is to take interest in international affairs to a new level. We take rather serious issues and make them interesting and entertaining.
United Nations.
Through the use of music and star power. Where a song or a musical connection has really made an impact and brought them together?
Definitely. I saw it with Gloria all over the world. You know, even that we come from Cuba, the rhythm really moved different people, different from South Africa to France to Italy to Australia. So that definitely, you know, teach me, and it was a proven fact to me that music has no language that can touch anybody's heart.
That's excellent.
It seems as though the Secretary General and the United Nations as a whole has been under tremendous scrutiny.
Yes.
So how has that impacted your job?
Well, it's unfortunately it's meant that a lot of what I've had to do has been somewhat on the defensive. I mean, obviously, we think the United Nations has important things to do in the world, and the Secretary General has very important propositions to make, but we've had to spend quite a bit of time explaining things and answering attacks.
While the General Assembly was meeting, peaceful protesters were voicing their opinions on a variety of issues outside the United Nations building. After this summit, we went to the streets to talk to people about their opinions on the United Nations, and this is what we have for you.
We love the United Nations.
Why do you love the United Nations?
Because they are the only stabilizing force in the world.
And what do you think they do?
They help, they do a number of things. They help people in need throughout various countries through some of their programs.
Where are you originally from?
Ethnically?
Yeah.
From India.
India, but
Yeah.
you live here in the United States? You
Yes.
live here in New York?
Yes.
So what do you think about the United Nations?
That's a complicated question. I think that it's not actually accomplishing what it should be these days, but I think they are trying to make some reforms, which is important.
So what do you think that as Americans we could be doing differently to impact or make the UN more effective?
I think as American citizens, we ourselves need to get more involved.
Hi, I'm Whitney Belger, and in this segment we're going to be talking to Amina Ibrahim, who's the Special Assistant to the President of Nigeria.
The links made between poverty and security are very clear.
You're watching Global Connection TV. Welcome to Global Connection TV, a show dedicated to creating awareness of international affairs and bridging the gap of what's happening outside our borders and drawing a connection to how these events can impact our daily lives not only today, but in the future. goal is to take interest in international affairs to a new level. We try to take rather serious issues and try to make them interesting and entertaining through the use of music and star power. This show is unique, educational, and most informative.